Now let us discuss a little more about 8051 serial port communication. The contents of discussions are as follows. The first topic is serial port communication. Here we'll be discussing some important concepts about serial port communication. And the second topic is bit pattern of SC1 register, that is serial control register. The bit pattern and related to this we'll be discussing. And the third topic is bit pattern of PCON register, that is the bit pattern of power control register. And the last topic is operating modes for serial port, mainly the serial port of 8051. It includes four modes, that is four operating modes, mode 0, mode 1, mode 2 and mode 3. We will be discussing about that in detail. The first topic is 8051 serial communication. The first point here is the serial port of 8051 is full duplex. That means it can transmit and receive data simultaneously. It uses three registers, that is SBUF, a serial buffer register, SCON, that is serial control register, and PCON, power control register. It uses register SBUF, that is serial buffer, to hold data. Register SCON, that is serial control, it controls the communication. Register P control, that is power control, controls data rate and pin RxD, represented as P3.0. So that means the zeroth pin of port 3, and TXD, that is P3.1, represented as P3.1. That means the first pin of port 3 do the data transfer. Mainly TXD and RxD pins are used for data transfer. RxD for receiving the data, TXD for transmitting the data. Next, SBUF is an 8-bit register dedicated for serial communication in 8051. Its address is 99H. It can also be represented as through its address, that is 99H. It can be addressed like any other register in 8051. Writing to SBUF loads data to be transmitted, and reading SBUF access received data. That means if it is required to transmit any data through serial communication, means we should copy it into SBUF. We should write it into SBUF register. And similarly, if we want to receive the serially communicated data, means we should copy it from SBUF register. There are two separate and distinct registers: the transmit, that is write only register, and the receive, read only register. So that is shown in the figure. Clearly we can observe in the figure that if it is required to transmit the data serially, it should be copied into, or it should be written into SBUF write only register. And also if it is required to read the 8051 serially communicated, that is receive data, so it should be copied or it should be read from SBUF register, and the shift register here are represented to hold the data. The way in which SBUF, that is serial buffer register, is used for the transmission and reception of the data during serial communication, it can be explained in this way. During transmission, when a byte of data is to be transmitted via the TXD pin, the SBUF is loaded with this data byte. As soon as a data byte is written into SBUF, it is framed with the start and stop bit and transmitted serially via the TXD pin. Now during reception, when 8051 receives data serially via RxD pin of it, the 8051 deframes it. The start and stop bits are separated out from a byte of data. This byte is placed in SBUF register at last. The next topic is the bit pattern of SCON, that is Serial Control Register. The 8051 provides 4 programmable modes for serial data communication. A particular mode can be selected by setting the SM0 and SM1 bits in Serial Control Register, that is SCON. The mode selection also decides the baud rate. The figure here shows the bit pattern for SCON. As shown in the figure, the SCON, that is Serial Control Register, is 8-bit in size. Now starting from LSB, the 0th bit is RI, that is Receive Interrupt Flag. The next first bit is TI, that is Transmit Interrupt Flag. And the second bit is RB8, that is Receive Bit 8. The next bit is, third bit is TB8, that is Transmit Bit 8. Now the fourth bit is REN, that is Receive Enable Control bit. And the fifth bit is SM2, that is Serial Port Mode Control bit, bit 2. Next, the sixth bit is SM1, that is Serial Port Mode Control bit 1. And the seventh MSB bit is SM0, that is Serial Port Mode Control bit 0. Next, all the 8 bits of SCON, that is Serial Control Register, and their functionalities are represented or shown in the table shown here. If we start from MSB side, the 7th bit is SM0. Its position is SCON.7. That means it is bit addressable, means it is bit addressed with representation SCON.7. So we can access this particular bit in this way. It is serial port mode control bit 0. We can set or clear by software. The next sixth bit is SM1. Its position is SCON.6, or it can be bit addressed with representation SCON.6, and it is serial port mode control bit 1. So we can set or clear this particular bit by software again. The next bit, that is fifth bit, is SM2. Its position is SCON.5. So it is serial port mode control bit 2. So we can set by software to disable and the reception of frames for which the bit 8 is 0. For this particular purpose, this bit is used. The next fourth bit is REN. We can represent it, or its position is SCON.4. So it is receive enable control bit. So we can set or clear by software to enable or disable serial data reception. Mainly it is used to enable or disable the serial data reception. The next bit, that is third bit, is TB8. So it is represented, or its position is SCON.3. It is transmit bit 8. So set or clear by hardware to determine state of 9th data bit transmitted in 9-bit UART mode. We'll be discussing about that later. The next bit is RB8, that is second bit. Its position is SCON.2. It is receive bit 8. So it is set or clear by hardware to indicate state of 9th data bit received. The first bit is TI. Its position is SCON.1, or it is bit addressed in this way, SCON.1. It is transmit interrupt flag. So set by hardware when byte is transmitted and cleared by software after servicing this particular data. The last bit, that is 0th bit, is RI. So it is represented, or its position is SCON.0. It is receive interrupt flag, set by hardware when byte is received and cleared by software after servicing it. In this table again we can get some information about the mode and the selection of modes also. See, the mode is 0 if SM0 and SM1 bit of SC1 registers are zeros and zeros. So in that time shift register is used, and the baud considered, or the baud rate considered, will be F divided by 12. Mode 1, we say when SM0 and SM1 bits of SCYN are 0 and 1. So it is 8-bit UART, and the data rate is variable. It uses variable data rate. So mode 2, that means the SM0 and SM1, so in the SCYN registers are 1 and 0 respectively. So it is 9-bit UART and fixed data rate, and baud will be either F by 32 or F by 64. And mode 3, so here for that SM0 and SM1 should be 1 and 1 respectively, and the 9-bit UART does, and the important thing we need to observe here is variable data rate. The next topic is bit pattern of PCON, that is power control register. The bit pattern of PCON register is shown in the figure. We can observe here that PCON, that is power control register, is also an 8-bit register. So now starting from LSB side, the 0th bit is ideal, that is idle mode bit, and the first bit is PD, that is power down bit, and the second bit is GF0, that is general purpose user flag bit 0, and the third bit is GF1, that is general purpose user flag bit 1. Fourth, fifth and sixth pins are bits are not defined, and the seventh, that is MSB, is S mode, that is serial baud rate modify bit. The table given here also gives some important information about PCON register. If we start from MSB side, the 7th bit is S mode, so it is serial baud rate modify bit. It is 0 at reset, and it is set to 1 by program to double the baud rate. To double the baud rate, we need to set it to 1. This particular bit should be set to 1. So now the position of this particular bit is PCON.7. So that means even this particular bit can be bit addressed with representation PCON.7. Now pin number, the positions 6, 5 and 4 are not defined. Next, the third bit is GF1, that is general purpose user flag bit 1. So again, it can be set or cleared by program, and its position is PCON.3. That means, again it can be bit addressed with representation PCON.3. The next bit, that is the second bit, is GF0, that is general purpose user flag bit 0. Again, this can be set or cleared by program, and its position is PCON.2, means bit addressed with representation PCON.2. Next, the first bit is PD, that is power down bit. It is set to 1 by a program to enter power down configuration for CHMOS microcontrollers. Again, this particular bit's position is PCON.1. Again, this can be bit addressed with representation PCON.1. And the last bit, that is the LSB, is ideal. The 0th bit is ideal, that is idle mode bit. It is set to 1 by program to enter idle mode configuration for CHMOS microcontrollers, and again its position is PCON.0, means if you want to access this particular bit, means it can be bit addressed with representation PCON.0 as shown in the table. The next topic is operating modes for serial port. So already we know that the serial port of 8051 can operate in four different modes, that is mode 0, mode 1, mode 2 and mode 3. In order to work in mode 0, The requirement is the SM0 and SM1 bits of SCON, that is serial control register, should be 0 and 0. In order to work in mode 1, the requirement is SM0 and SM1 should be 0, 1. In order to work in mode 2, the requirement is SM0 and SM1 bits of SCON register should be 1, 0. And at last, in order to work in mode 3, the requirement is SM0 and SM1 bits of SCON, that is serial control register, should be 1 and 1. And if you consider mode 0, in this mode, serial data enters and exits through RxD only. Now TXD outputs the shift clock. 8 bits are transmitted or received. That means 8 bits of only 8 bits of data are transmitted or received in this particular mode. Then 8 data bits LSB first. That means during transmission or reception, the LSB is considered first. The baud rate is fixed at 1 by 12 the oscillator frequency. So this is the important thing about mode 0. Now if you consider mode 1, in this mode 10 bits are transmitted through TXD or received through RxD pin. A start bit, that is 0, 8 bit of data, 8 data bits, that is LSB first format, and a stop bit, that is 1 high, is considered. On receive, the stop bit goes into RB8 pin of this one, what, SCON, serial control register, in special function register, that is SCON, serial control register. The baud rate is variable here. Now if you come to mode 2, in this mode 11 bits are transmitted through TXD or received through RxD. This is the important thing here. A start bit, that is 0, 8 bits, 8 data bits in LSB first format, a programmable 9th data bit. So this is the extra thing we transmit or receive here in this particular mode, and a stop bit, that is 1 or high. On transmit, the 9th data bit, that is in TB8 in SCON, can be assigned the value of 0 or 1. Or for example, the parity bit P in PSW, that is program status word, could be moved into TB8 bit of SCON. On receive, the 9th data bit goes into RB8 in special function register SCON, while the stop bit is ignored. And one more important thing we need to remember here is the baud rate is programmable to either 1 by 32 or 1 by 64 the oscillator frequency based on our requirement. Now if you come to the mode 3, that is the last mode, in this mode 11 bits are transmitted through TXD or received through RxD. A start bit, that is 0, 8 data bits in the order LSB first, a programmable 9th data bit, and a stop bit are transmitted, stop bit, that is 1 high, are transmitted or received. So if you observe it clearly, mode 3 is same as mode 2 in all respects except the baud rate. The baud rate in mode 3 is variable, whereas in mode 2, it is programmable to either 1 by 32 or 1 by 64 the oscillator frequency based on the requirement. So this is the basic or the important difference between mode 2 and mode 3 operation in 8051 serial communication. In all four modes, transmission is initiated by any instruction that uses SBUF, serial buffer, as a destination register. Reception is initiated in mode 0 by the condition Ri is equal to 0 and Ren is equal to 1 in the SCON register, serial control register. Reception is initiated in the other modes by the incoming start bit if Ren is equal to 1. The table shown here summarizes the four serial port modes provided by 8051. As shown in the table, the first mode is mode 0. It is, or the mode 0 is selected by setting SM0 and SM1 bits of SCON register, that is serial control register, with values 0 and 0. So now here the transmission format is 8 data bits. That means 8 data bits are transmitted. Only 8 data bits are transmitted in this mode. And the baud rate considered is 1 by 12 oscillator frequency. The next mode is mode 1. Mode 1 is selected by setting SM0 and SM1 of SCON, that is serial control register, with values 0 and 1. And the transmission format is 10 bits. That means 10 bits are transmitted or received in this particular mode. All those 10 bits are start bit plus 8 data bits plus stop bit. So totally 10 bits are transmitted or received. And the baud rate, if you see, it is variable. And if you consider the next mode, that is mode 2. Mode 2 is selected by setting SM0 and SM1 of SCON, that is serial control register, with values 1 and 0. And the transmission format, if you see, 11 bits, that is 11 bits are transmitted or received in mode 2. The 11 bits are start bit plus 8 data bits plus programmable ninth data bit plus stop bit. So totally 11 bits are transmitted or received in mode 2 operation. And the baud rate, if you see, it is programmable to either 1 by 32 or 1 by 64 of the oscillator frequency. Now the last mode is mode 3. The mode 3 is selected or considered by setting SM0 and SM1 bits of SCON, that is serial control register, with values 1 and 1. And the transmission format, if you see, it is 11 bit, that is 11 bits of data are transmitted, 11 bits are transmitted or received in this particular mode. These 11 bits are start bit plus 8 data bits, but plus programmable ninth data bit and a stop bit. And the baud rate is variable. So this is the important difference between mode 2 and mode 3 operation, that is baud rate. In mode 2, it is programmable to either 1 by 32 or 1 by 64 of the oscillator frequency, where in mode 3 it is variable.